It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Shipyard Brewing Company, and it's a bottle of their Bluefin Stout coming in at 4.7% ABV. On the bottom there, American craft beer. There we go, there's the bottle cap. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Wow, lovely smoke on the opening with this one. Loads of smoke. So before the word craft beer was kind of invented really in the 1980s in America, this would have been called a regular stout. So my question to you guys watching is, what would determine this, or what would make this an American craft beer? Why would they not call it just a stout? Is it just that the words American craft beer and craft beer that are used regularly now, and they felt the need to put it on their bottle? Who knows? I don't think it's a bottle conditioned beer, so we're going to get all of that beer in there. Loads of carbonation on the front of the glass. Jet black beer then. No light coming in there whatsoever. It's a small tan coloured head, one finger. Let's get the aroma. And it's exactly what I was expecting really. It's a stout. It's a regular stout. But on the second nose, when I got my nose back in there, it is very fruity. It's very pungent in the aroma. So I'm going to reserve judgment until I taste it. Cheers. It's a very flavoursome stout. It really is. It's actually surprised me. I had Shipyard IPA about a year ago now, and it just wasn't what I was expecting from an American beer. It was more of a traditional British beer. This one's got a longing. As I'm speaking about that beer, this beer has got a longing bitterness that really doesn't want to go away. And it's still hanging around now. It's like right at the end now. It's very tangy, and I don't know. It's just a longing bitterness. Massive flavour that just keeps going and going and going. Hey ho. Carbonation levels are a little bit high. It's quite, yeah, they're quite high. It's quite an aggressive beer when it hits the tongue. Kind of explodes everywhere, but a little too much. I do like carbonation in my beer, but this one's a little too much. It's a little bit too aggravating on the tongue. Saying that, you've got a nice fruity, kind of pruny middle and finish. Loads of chocolate, loads of coffee, loads of caramel. But there comes that bitterness again. And there's nothing on here whatsoever that describes what hops, what malt, what yeast is used in the beer. And there goes that carbonation again. It's really kind of roaring. It's been imported by Marston's PLC. There you go. On the side there. Marston's pedigree, pretty good beer. I'm a little thrown by this beer. I came into the review knowing that I didn't like Shipyard's IPA, and I picked this up in my local supermarket, and I wasn't expecting much. Is that unfair on the brewery? I don't know, but the first taste I really enjoyed it. Loads of coffee, loads of chocolate, loads of caramel, and the beer kind of exploding on the tongue. It was pushing the beer around, and all the flavours were exploding and staying there. It's very drinkable. It's a refreshing beer, but it's that longing bitterness that I don't like about this beer. For me, it's a case of, if it was a really hopped up beer, even now that after I'm speaking, the hop bitterness would have died away naturally. But this one just stays, and it hangs, and it just stays for a long time, and then it becomes intrusive right on the back end. The taste, you almost want it to go away. And I'm not sure what hop in the world can do that, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not accusing this brewery of adding some kind of chemical or artificial ingredient to the beer, but I'll leave it to you guys to comment on this. Again, it looks good in the glass. Shaking the beer around, nice bubbles. It's just, yeah, I think that's the only thing that really lets the beer down, is that longing bitterness. Other than that, it's a 4.7% stout. It's quite thin and drinkable and refreshing. It's got nice stouty flavours, coffee, chocolate, caramel, a bit of fruity prune in the background. But then it's that bitterness that just keeps coming back. So for that reason, I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer, Shipyard Bluefin Stout. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.